yeah. Good morning. Good evening. Welcome back to High Top Sports. It's your morning show, boys. Let's go. All right. Happy to have you here, boys and girls. We've got a lot of juice to talk about as a photo broke the internet last night. As I went to lay my beautiful head down in its pillow to sleep, this photo was dropped on Facebook. Facebook had it first, finally. I don't understand how they got the inside scoop here, but it is not like a typical Facebook post. This came from Spurrier's Gridiron Grill, all right, the one and only. And it essentially told you who the offensive staff was going to be. I guess we're not going through beat writers anymore. We're going through Spurrier's Gridiron Grill to drop news. That's where we're at. That's what we've come to here at University of Florida. So we're going to talk about that, get Cody's thoughts and opinions on the comments yesterday about DJ Lagway. He also has some tidbits on our defensive coordinator, which has been officially announced on Brad White. And we'll talk about Sharon Moore a little bit more because more details have dropped about that. And the coaching search that is involved with that as well. Cody the Prof joins us here today. Cody, how you doing, big guy?
Pretty good.
Is it cold there?
Dropped temperature a little bit today, and so had to break out the vest and the beanie. I know the beanie's a favorite for the boys. So
go Gator.
we are going vintage 1990s dad right now with the Carhartt vest and the beanie.
I dig the vest. Jeremy, your video was phenomenal. I appreciate it. Matt, good morning today, Gator. Welcome. JLB. Yes, High Top and Cody's on. This is your guy right here. When you're not on, shambles in the comments.
Well, we were having a whole different sidebar ordeal in the chat last night. They weren't even watching the show. They were chit-chatting with me the entire time.
Oh, were they?
I don't know if you know that or not.
I didn't see.
You Dave and Hollywood weren't bringing any juice, so
the
prof had to hop in there and fire up the chat.
Nice. Dubster, we doing a Billy fellers. I don't know what that means. Black, what's up, man? Adam, how we doing, guys? Welcome to the stream, boys. Good morning. Dan Mullins to Michigan. Yeah, I mean the names that are flying around, the names to Michigan are absolutely insane. We're gonna talk about it because
Lions coach to Michigan. I've seen
Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
Like I mean, when does it stop? Man? You know, like it's like what job? I mean, obviously we know what jobs, but it's like, dude, if I'm USC with Lincoln Riley, Lincoln Riley or USC is a premium job. Why is it that these other jobs open up and they're like Lincoln Riley's on the hot board, and it's like because they keep saying he doesn't like it there. That's what I'm hearing. But then when push comes to shove, he stays. So it's like, what are we doing? DeBoer obviously hates it in Alabama. Like that marriage is not going to stay because he's been also named for every job that's opened up. At what point, you know what I mean? Do we just like find? I mean, we're at Florida. We're blessed. We've been trying to burn our coach for the last 4 years, so that's why we haven't had to worry about anybody leaving. Why you would want to leave Florida? I mean, obviously they're part of that. That's that class. But anyways, let's get into this. This photo dropped yesterday on Facebook, and I was like nervous to post it. To be honest with you, I waited a few minutes. It was like up for an hour. I was like, this can't be real, right? Like, is like what? Spurrier's Gridiron Grill is dropping bombs now. Posted this picture. It says a heartfelt thank you to our new Gator football leadership for choosing Spurrier's to dine and enjoy great food. It means the world to welcome you to HBC's restaurant, Gainesville Gator Nation's favorite spot. Coach John Summerall, Brad White, no shocks there, Buster Faulkner, that's good news, and Derek Nix, which if you've been watching the show for the last couple of days, that's a name that we toss around. So maybe I saw this photo before you did. Derek Nix, the running back coach, along with Cole Hurd and Yusuf Shakar, which he's part of the staff for the last couple of years. We honored to have you at our table. Your presence inspired. I don't care about all that. But I guess maybe this settles the Faulkner news a little bit, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Settles the tummy some, and Derek Nix, I guess, maybe confirms what we were hearing and discussing.
Yeah, I would definitely say so. I don't know what they're really waiting on. Georgia Tech has seemed to move on. They're going after Chip Kelly, so I don't know what we're kind of waiting on for the initial graphic to drop. Um, but I don't know. Whatever. I guess he's there. So
Hell of a move to go from Buster to Chip, huh?
yeah, that's a good one. That's a good
I,
one for sure.
I'm looking around like I looked out. I go, damn, did they upgrade? I
Yeah.
I saw that this morning. I go,
No, I don't know if they upgraded.
did we steal anything from them? Um, yeah, I go, did we get bamboozled? Yeah, I listen. I was huge. I mean, people were saying Chip Kelly if we didn't get it Buster, which is funny. No, but I know Buster wasn't confirmed. I know officially he wasn't, but I mean, seeing him there, obviously with staff, which this was, I mean, I assume the other night is very promising, at least in that regards. Which look, we talked with the guys about it yesterday. We talked about it yesterday. It seems to be the drama holding things up for us, anyways. On Gator Nation, but again, this is what we kind of spoke to. We spoke to, hey, how are you hiring a staff? Like this was literally our conversation. We're like, how are you having conversations with putting a staff together if Faulkner's not there? And then
Yeah.
we see a picture of all of them together, right? Obviously confirming what we felt. It's like, how are you putting the staff together without your OC? So this doesn't seem like a staff concerned about anybody leaving, right? Just
No.
based on how
Nick's
the body language is. Go ahead.
Nick's was the Auburn running back coach from Auburn.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good. I was looking. He's like 45. He's been around the league for quite a minute. I looked obviously when we heard his name, we did some looking, but I hadn't really done too much obviously because there's a few other names that I was hearing as well too. So I haven't gone any further than that. But yeah, I mean, again, the guy that has SEC experience. I mean, is he need an upgrade or a lateral move from Jaluk? That part I don't know. I don't know enough yet on. I mean, I think I think it's a good move, regardless, just because of who he's coached, where he's been. I saw who's recruited. He's got some big recruits under his belt. If you go look at his 247 profile earlier on, so he has that ability to recruit, which I enjoy. So all those things were positive, anyways, in the light of Florida. So hopefully, with this photo dropping, we get some information. By seeing this, makes me believe that maybe they're wanting to just drop it all at once and be done with it. I don't know. Especially now with this Michigan job opening up, I would assume, again, like obviously there's a ton of chaos around the league right now, but this creates a whole other avenue of chaos that is going to create more dominoes. Like it's weird. It's like you got to be first. You got to do it. You got to be the first one to do it, and you believe that. But then stuff like this happens, and it's like, well, man, this is like reset. Like maybe I wish I could have played in this type of or in this season of the news change, the news cycle, because they like. We got Penn State. They're all buttoned up, ready to go for the most part. And maybe there's some coaches and players at Michigan to poach. This is going to be wild from a player's perspective, from a coaching perspective, because when Michigan went from Harbaugh to Moore, very smooth process. Nothing changed. Classic get disputed. I mean, nobody really entered into the portal. Hell, they flipped Bryce Underwood in the process, right? Like it was one of the smoothest transitions you've ever seen. Like Jerome Moore had a phenomenal gig, right? Like very Marcus Freeman like was just groomed there, an assistant, took over a pretty decent job, and really didn't have too much of setback, right? This year was obviously a down year, but they looked poised to be good next year, and a fall from grace to say the least for this one. But
well,
yeah,
snow bunnies are the root of all evil. Everybody knows that.
You know what? I was thinking about that last night, and I'm glad you just reminded me of that comment. I was gonna tell you, I get nervous to talk to you about these things on air because we don't pregame about it, right? And it's like the situation surrounding Moore is pretty sensitive.
Hey, everybody's been there.
And I go, if Cody has any thought of what happened, who knows what he's gonna say. Like I have no clue what is like I have zero control over that filter over there. And I go, if we bring up the Jerome Moore situation and he has any type of idea of why he was arrested, what he did while he was arrested, and the rumors surrounding this, I'm fearful for the words that are gonna come out of Cody's mouth.
Yeah, it's the most powerful thing in the world, bub. Most powerful thing in the world, okay? And we used to call that in the Marine Corps wussy sick. So you just get all sick in the head because it's so good, and next thing you know, you're doing dumb stuff, right? You just fall in love with it,
He
and
got
that's what happened.
he got
Burnt the
Shannon
career
Sharp.
down.
He got Shannon Sharp.
That
He did.
yeah,
He
yeah,
did.
it happens, bub. It happens. Listen, if you're a man, you've been there. You've driven, 10 hours for some of that. So, it's one of them things, he'll bounce back. He'll bounce back. I believe he's a millionaire anyway.
He'll
What's
bounce
the
back.
matter?
I don't know. I'm glad. So I'm glad
Yeah. Listen,
he was
2020,
arrested for
yeah,
assault.
2025. Yeah, you got a little crazy, held somebody at knife point. He'll be back.
He'll be back. I mean, a random 60K bump to salary says it all. Yeah, it was it was insane. Who is the Knicks guy? Knicks is Derek Knicks. He's the running back coach. Or it intends to be the running back coach. 400 people strong in here. Be sure to smash the like button, subscribe. Good to see all you beautiful people in here. Happy to have you. But yeah, that was good. I want to talk to you about this for just a quick second. So last night we talked with our guy Hollywood, and he talked about Lagway being retained because we played an interview from Barcel that had an interview with John Summerall, which is a phenomenal interview, and he talks about retaining the talent and doing the best they can with working with Jim. What's his name? Caldwell. Dan, I think it's Dan Caldwell on retaining guys, and spoke to Lagway a little bit, and it felt, in my opinion, it felt very coach speak. But they he spoke to Lagway in the sense that Lagway wants to be a Gator, Summerall wants Lagway, and that he got a new quarterback coach, which is positive. We spoke about that. And also looking to lose about 20 to 30 pounds to get back into his fighting weight.
Fighting weight, yeah.
I
want him about
What'd you think of that?
215. I want him about 215, 205. When we snap the ball come August. I think that's I think he's way too heavy. It's not good on his joints, especially when you're doing those short bursts, and that's what quarterbacks do. Those 5 to 10 yard bursts are very crucial. That's why Patty Mahomes, Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers were so good at that. They had a quick little 5-10 yard burst. I mean, they're not world beaters, right? They're not running sub 4.3, 4.4, but they got a little quickness to them. And I think DJ definitely lost that. It didn't even seem like he brought much power with the extra weight either. Just felt like he was a little sluggish. With the quarterback coach, I'm not a proponent of extra work in the quarterback realm. I think that Buster Faulkner and company is fine. I don't think you need to work any extra over what they're doing. But obviously, they've probably had talks with him on what they want. So maybe this guy is a guy that Buster trusts. That's another thing. If it's a guy that Buster trusts and he knows that he's going to keep him on platform, driving with his feet and everything like that, then yeah, like, okay, that's fine. I think it's like D3 quarterbacks or something like that is what the camp is called. So, it's interesting. I'm glad that he's self-aware. I'm glad that he looked in the mirror and said,
Agreed.
this is not working.
Agreed.
I'm too heavy. I'm a little sluggish. My joints hurt. I'm not very good accuracy. And it's one of those things where I hope that this works out for him. He's a great talent. I know that we have thrown him some heat his way, but I think it's heat deserved. I know that parents are probably not happy about it, but this is our job to talk about it. And if you don't play good and it's not getting better, we can't pail the water for you. And it wasn't good this past year. Let's just call a spade a spade.
Jay Drill says DJ was in slow motion when he was just in slow motion in general. It felt like back there, but yeah, we asked a lot of questions. Again, I didn't really poke too much about the weight thing because I felt like, look, I mean, you'd assume there's a lot of experts there. There's a reason for it, but man, it really shows you how mismanaged this whole thing was. Honestly, given the fact that he's like, yeah, and I wonder what the idea of it was for him to be heavier. I don't know if that was a self-proclaimed thing where he just kind of put a lot of time into the gym, or it was because he was injured.
he was injured and he was still working out, and I think that he was, I mean, very strong upper body, but you need your legs and your core to be extremely strong, especially to run the ball like they want him to do. To get 2 or 3 yards, that takes immense lower body and core strength, and I obviously with his injury, he wasn't allowed to do that with the hernia, and other things that he was fighting, the calf. So, it's one of those things where I think DJ will be fine. Here, not here, wherever he goes. I think he does a hard reset and he'll be fine. Heck of a job by Mertz. Seemed like the only quarterback coach he had his freshman year, and he looked great. So, hey, if Mertzy doesn't work out as a backup, a long journeyman backup in the league, you got a heck of a job being a quarterback coach, bud, because that's the best DJ looked.
Yeah, no doubt that freshman year obviously was. I mean, obviously too, there wasn't time for him to be messed with, and again the injury. It'll be interesting to see if there's any type of surgery, if there is needed one. I mean, I haven't heard anything about it. I'm not saying that there is anything, but obviously, um, that was a big question mark or concern. I assume he looked healthier. I guess as the year went on, he looked better. So maybe that was part of it. Um, we will have a call and show tomorrow, Aaron. Don't yell. Adrian says, to Cody's point, Cam Newton 245, Tebow 236. I think DJ at 222, 25 would work. Guess we'll see next season. Hashtag high top or die. Hashtag
It's
GMFG.
gotta be
Yeah,
it's gotta be the right 225 though. There's a difference. There's bad weight
yeah,
of
for sure.
225 and there's
Two,
right weight. And I don't know. It's really hard to tell because he's got the rib protector on of how much fluff he had on him. Obviously, I didn't get to see him with the shirt off or anything, but from what I've seen a lot of athletes, and I think he was just a little over the margin of where he should have been. So
yeah. Yeah, I mean, you could tell he just didn't look very elusive back there at all. It was extremely slow. It was a big, obviously, a ton of issues. Footwork was another one, but $2 says, let's teach a boy how to step into that throw. Yeah, look, I'm excited. I think that I'm happy to hear that there seems to be a commonality that both parties want to still be involved and still work together. I think it's the best case scenario because I still think he's a talent. Everyone's like, hey, he needs to go somewhere and have like a kind of like a I can't think of the word right now, but a revamp essentially, a rehab, right? And
yeah,
I think like, look, we are the rehab because we reset. Like we are a new team. We are a completely new foundation. So I like there's a part where I'm like, when people are like, hey, we needs to go. I'm like, I mean, I would love for him to stay and he just get it figured out. I think he will. You've seen plenty of great rehab stories, but the positive is like, look, like your back's gonna be against the wall. Like you're not there. The coach isn't there. Isn't as reliant on you and do or die by you. So I'd expect there to be a much heavier competition. You're not stranglehold on it. And in a way, I think you have an opportunity of like, hey, we're also going to cut back on your budget, your salary. So if we can cut down on, because obviously he didn't live up to expectations, like, hey, we're going to cut this down. We're going to get some of it to Jaden Ball, some of it here. We're going to put the rest of it into the portal. Then I think it's a win-win. I don't think I know people wanted him to be gone for whatever reason, but I was never a huge fan of him going. There needs to be competition. It needs to be pushed, and I love the fact that
I
he's
think
again the awareness of, hey, I got to go lose weight and I got to go get a new quarterback coach. My first two things that I'm going to do shows that he's aware of what was happening.
yeah, I think that DJ is a very self-aware individual. Just because he's very grounded with his faith and everything, and I think that he understands. Listen, and I probably wouldn't tell him like you sucked and you're getting a pay cut. What I would tell him if I was a GM and a heck of a salesman, because I am sometimes, I would say, listen, Deej, we want to win a national championship here. We believe in you, but we're gonna have to cut some money back so we can put some more weapons around you. We want to have the most potent, explosive offense in the nation, and we want our defense to shut people down to 7 to 14 points a game. And I think if we cut you back a little bit, we can go get you another wide receiver or elite tight end, a pass catching tight end like Pitts or somebody like that. A style, not obviously not Pitts, but a style like that. And then we're going to go get some edge rushers because that's what we need in this Brad White defense. We need some elite edge rushers. We'll get into that here in a little bit. But I think that's how you break it to them. Like listen, we want to help you. So let us help you. We're going to take a little money away from you, and we're going to go get you some Ferraris.
Not actual Ferraris, but football player Ferraris. Q Lisa
Yeah.
Shea Matthews said it's gonna be hard to break his bad habits. Look, I think that some of his footwork and his pocket presence are definitely gonna be things to overcome. I'm not disagreeing with that, but look, that's on the coaching staff. If you still have a very talented quarterback room, and if you're able to maintain him, you still have Terrell Jones. It should be a very open and healthy competition. I also still think and agree you should be in the portal. I think you should still be going out there and getting a quarterback because. Again, do any of those three give you the opportunity to win right now? Maybe, but you haven't worked with any of them. You being Summerall and Faulkner, so you don't have a clue. And do you take that risk of saying like, "Hey, these guys were projected really good talent"? Do you take the risk of that they maybe got a little bit of stained on them? Will Griffin hasn't been stained yet, but he's extremely young. And it's like, hey, this team is still talented enough. When you look around, it's like, hey, we can go be competitive in the SEC tomorrow. And obviously it shows like, hey, can we go get a Diego? Can we go get a Fernando Mendoza out there that's quietly playing at California, that's been grinding his tail off, that'll come in and make this team better tomorrow, and will fit in this system right away. And we can have an open competition, and maybe he loses his job, but I want to win now. And again, we've talked about Buster having a year, 2 years of Florida. That's another big thing. Does he take the risk of his 2-year stint on Lagway and the young quarterback staff? Those are all questions we're going to have answered here in the next month. So,
well, and I think if he is non-negotiable about the contract, then you gotta do what's best for the program. And if you have a locked-in, guaranteed quarterback that you have pen to paper, and he's willing to come, and it's a guy you can see winning 9, 10, 11 games with, then that's the route you go. Because let's not forget that we're not okay with winning 4, 5, 6 games on a rebuild. We need to win now. We need to win fast. It's been proven by multiple teams that you can do that. You can quickly win if you have the right quarterback. And so it's one of those things where obviously we don't know. We're not in the room. But if you feel like DJ's not about it or not bought into the program, then he's got to go elsewhere. Do I want to see that? No, I think he's still very talented. I think that he just has some stuff to work on, man. I think it could be a deal where it goes down to the last minute to see if he enters the portal or not.
Yeah, the fact that it hasn't been announced yet could be. I don't think it'll be that late, honestly, but we'll see. Trey Troy, happy holidays, High Top fam. Been deployed a couple months now, and this show is one of the highlights of my days. Well, that's incredible. Thank you for our service, Trey. Sorry I missed that earlier. Poured up for the troops, Cody. GMFG. Well, I love that, man. I'm glad that we could be a spotlight of your day, man. It means a lot, genuinely. I think about it all the time. To be honest with you, I don't know how much longer. Like, I'm not saying we're quitting anytime soon, but I don't know. Is she not with you? Oh, she's walking back in. My son goes, "Where's mom?" I go, "What?" Oh my goodness. What I was saying was this how awesome and how fun this is. Like, it's one of those things where when I say it all the time, but I think about shows and things that I watched when I was a kid, and it's like, man, like when you're in it, you think it's gonna last forever, and it's like, man, we're having some fun. We're in the glory days for sure, so we gotta make sure we enjoy it. Jabrors Dickerson, $5 says, from one crash out to the next, yours was absolute cinema, Sheldon. I appreciate it. Glad I could bring joy to you guys. Real quick though, let's talk about this. It works out because obviously we've been using them and talking about them. Kalshi, this show is brought to you by Kalshi. Been bringing you guys love and juice all season long. So we're back at it. We were using Kalshi for what we love the most. Obviously betting in the games is an absolute blast, but looking at coaching hires. And now we've got a massive one up on the list. And here's the thing. Look at these names on the list. Outside of Brian Dabble, the other three would create another domino effect. Jedfish being the less biggest domino to fall. But Lincoln and DeBoer would cause an absolute chaotic domino falling if DeBoer were to go to Michigan. And I don't know, because there's no way I don't think DeBoer takes it without losing round 1 personally. I don't think that he does that. So I would assume if Michigan wants to board, they've got to wait for round 1, right, to see if he loses that game, personally. But obviously, Kalshi being a trading site allows for you to bet like a stock market, and you could see like DeBoer was extremely high at one point. Like nobody knows this thing is early in the cycle. You could see the chaos that is ensuing here between these coaching hires. I don't think Lincoln Riley goes anywhere, to be perfectly honest with you. Jedd Fisch makes a ton of sense. Obviously, that was a name that we heard a lot from Florida, but obviously still wasn't really looked at by much. Brian Daboll is a very interesting one that could really work out. And you mentioned Dan Campbell early in the morning. What we have learned is, sometimes you can come out of a name can come out of nowhere. But Kalshi, obviously, use the code HIGHTOP at Kalshi.com, and after you spend your first $100, you will get $10 off at Kalshi. Which again, you can bet on coaches, you can bet on games, you can bet on Grammys, you can bet on whatever you want. But thoughts on the list, Cody?
Well, I'd love to see Kalen DeBoer at Michigan. You know why?
Why?
Who do you think the first name for Alabama would be?
Oh, I mean, his name was already dropped for Michigan, but yeah, it would be chaos. Chaos for LSU.
I would love. There's nothing I would love more to see LSU's fan base just melt down because he leaves in the middle of the night to Alabama.
The way they've been trolling me and like getting pissed off. I mean, I've been messing with them too, but just the things they've said, I would have a heyday. I would have.
Could you imagine
the
crash out?
Everybody was like, "Oh, you guys were." I could care less where that cat coach is. I don't give a damn. But it would be hilarious. And Peter Burns was like, "There's a 0.000000001% chance that Lane goes to Bama if it opens up."
And there's a chance.
Yeah, all right, bud.
Bro, selfishly, I want to see it. Selfishly, I want to see
Dabo is a big one too to keep an eye on if that Bama job opens up.
I want to see Kalen DeBoer to Michigan, and then I want to see no. They're going after Kiffin. They ain't going after Dabo. He's been terrible last year or the last 2 years. I just like I really want it. I really want it bad.
Yeah, it would be fun. It would be fun for sure. Yeah, Portnoy wanting Gruden. I think that's just a play on Barstool. I don't think he actually could possibly want John Gruden there. There's no way. I mean, you're gonna go for the amount of scandals they've had. You got to stay away from Johnny Boy. All right, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but you can't. Yeah, another lame booing sesh video incoming. No, that tarback would be hilarious. I don't think he'd do it. I don't think he would leave in the daylight if he did.
No, he would leave in the middle of the night.
He actually would be driven off the road.
Yes.
Oh, man. Good stuff. All right, let's get this little graph here talking about our DC Brad White. Cody, I'll pass the buck to you, explaining what we are looking at here and shouting out the guy that put this little chart together. Cody?
Yeah, it's Dave Bartu from College Football Matrix. He has a Patreon page. You can buy this full article for I believe it's I think I paid $5.35 if you want the full breakdown. Obviously, because it's paid, we're not gonna drop it. Gators breakdown. Gator Dave has already showed this front page, so I'm not. I feel like it's okay. And I bought the article. I didn't steal it. I bought the article. So basically, it's just showing like his defensive analytics for pre-White, White era, peak years, and then the decline. Some of the decline, obviously, 23 through 25, as the offense has been absolutely abysmal, right? So the defense has to just stay on the field all the time. Here it says that they were a defensive performance of 21.4 pre-White, 2016 2017. And then he got there in 2018. He's been there 2018 to 2025. 2018 to 2022 was his best performance. They went from a 21.4 to a 64%, so a big jump. And then obviously through the elite years, 2018 through 2022, it was assessed as an elite defense. Here's the big thing about let me see. I don't want to scroll down too much. Okay. Here's the big thing is you really, really need to have elite edge rushers. They had Josh Allen 7th overall, Jamin Davis, another one that was 19th overall in 2021. Individual talent development remains strong per unit performance trends. So there's a lot more to this article, but it does show that this defense was elite, an elite from 2018 to 2022. Obviously, the fall off with it could be because number one, they weren't recruiting like they were. Number two, the offense has been abysmal and the defense is always on the field. Number three, they haven't had the pass rushers like they used to. That 2018 to 2020, 2022, they had some serious pass rushers and they had some serious lockdown corners, and that shows. So I think that when you break this thing down and you look at just the little bit here that we're showing that he can produce at a very, very elite defense. I think that this is a heck of a pick. If you guys love this, go ahead and find Dave Bartow at CFP Matrix. Go ahead, buy it. It's a very, very good read. But the biggest thing that we need to get through the transfer portal and the development side is the edge rushers. And this defense, the edge rushers are the most single important thing to this defense, because when they don't have elite edge rushers, this defense is from good to poor. When they have good edge rushers, it is absolutely elite. I like what we have now with Woods and some other guys coming in. Will they be elite is the question. And can they bring this defense to an elite status? He did it in a 1-year flip at Kentucky. And then obviously had some struggles in 23 and 24 and 25. So I think the proof is in the pudding that this defense can be a very, very good one. And it for 5 years it was extremely good.
Rob says Iowa's offense is always bad, but they stay with a great defense. I don't want to hear that defense is bad because of offense. Not a fan with this guy getting worse. I think the difference, Rob, is that Iowa's offense complements the defense. Like they are bred through the defense. So the offense is intended to basically keep
slow the game down,
slow the game down, and keep the field short and keep them pressed. That's what it's meant to do. So I understand your point, but it actually enables the defense to play better the way the Iowas ran. It fuels it, if you will. Like that is what they want to do. They don't want to score points. They want to score like 10 points, and the other guy scores 0. So how do you do that?
Yep.
We just basically get the ball to 30. We run it to about 55 and take a ton of time off the clock, wear out their defense, punt them into shitty territory, and then we get the ball back, and then we move on. So Kentucky's offense wasn't ran that way, and the other part of it. It wasn't complimentary football.
A lot of 3 and outs, and when you're comparing Iowa to when you're saying Iowa defense comparative to Kentucky, and it's not good, and there's nothing worse for a defense to go 3 and out. Iowa defense usually runs the ball. Iowa defense runs the ball pretty well. They get first downs. They chew up the clock. There's nothing harder for a defense than a offense like Lane Kiffin when they score in 36 seconds, because that doesn't help you. That's why some of these high powered offenses have always had to struggle. Lincoln Riley, another one. He's always struggled, and I understand it's the DC, some of it, but at a point you have to chug enough time to where your defensive linemen get to catch their breath. And when you're scoring in 13 seconds, it doesn't help you.
Yeah, Jim Knowles, I think, is going to complement Tennessee very well. Obviously, Heupel is known for his offense, but I feel like it's guys. I feel like he's always had a pretty good defense over the last couple of years, and so it's going to be interesting to see what Tennessee does. To be quite honest with you, but yeah, I mean, Iowa finally had an offense this year. That's why I was so juiced for Iowa, and I wasn't wrong to have my juice wasn't misplaced, if you will, because they were a game or two away from being in it, boys. Let's just call a spade a spade. Our boy Gronkowski, or whatever his name is. He was getting down and getting dirty with it. You know what I mean? He was doing the thing. He was doing the thing. Coop Jane, come here. Speaking of Iowa, speaking of just white legendary cornerbacks. Hey, what's? Good morning. Look how big this thing is, dude. Look at this. This thing is a
He's growing
unit,
like a weed.
bro. Look at him.
Yeah.
Look,
I
bro.
know.
2 months old. Look at him.
Tank.
He stands up and he walks. Look at this. He's good. We'll
Just
hang
hanging
for a
out.
bit. Yeah. The guy's an absolute unit. If Cooper DeJean didn't play for the Eagles, we'd have jerseys all around the house by now. But I can't stand the Eagles. And no, my son's name is not DeJean, but his name's Cooper, and I love Cooper DeJean because who wouldn't love a white psychopath cornerback? So
Yeah.
I am concerned about because my son calls him Cooper DeJean. The wife calls him Cooper DeJean. He's gonna be known as Cooper DeJean, and it's not even in his name. But it's I can't say his name without saying DeJean anymore. Look at this kid's a stud too. Look at him.
Beer time? Beer review?
I'm showing off my kid, bro.
Review.
I'm showing off my kid, and then all you care about is beer.
He needs to be introduced.
You look at the flow. He's got better hairline than you.
Yeah, that's why I'm wearing a Carhartt beanie.
Nope, knows the brew. Hey. Knows the brew. Professor steps in with the foam in the air, got a brew in his hand and a confident flair. Hops so crisp, yeah, they make you care about the science in the bubbles, man, it's rare, so rare. Spinning facts like a DJ on the decks. Flavor profiles coming straight from the text. Sip, analyze what's next. Break it all down with respect, no flex. Hey. High top sports beer review. Hey. Pour it up for the crew. Sip it slow, what it do. Professor's got the brew.
Wowza. Local light American ale. Pretty cool can. Love the graphics. This one's a 5%er on the alcohol volume. Tastes like a smooth American lager. Kind of definitely a summertime beer. Nice little lager notes. If anybody knows what that tastes like, so that's like when you think of I'm trying to think of another big time lager. Miller Genuine Draft is a lager. Yeah, this thing's fantastic. It's definitely a good one. I think it's out of like California or something. Banger of a beer. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 7.6. 7.6 bottle caps.
Aaron almost got it. Aaron said 7.8. I thought you were gonna. I thought he was gonna hit it. Oh, I love it.
It's close. It's extreme. Ooh, it's got a little lemon on the end. I taste a little lemon.
Oh man, you guys are insulting my son's eyebrows. That's unbelievable, guys. The kid's 2 months old. Cut him some slack, all right? This has been a great idea, Jeremy. Let the coop open the calendar. I would have if I wasn't being bullied by my co-host to go to I bring my son on. I goes, hey, can we do a beer review? Screw your kid. Like what? I'm like,
he's got to be introduced. He's
unbelievable. He can't hear anything. He can't hear it, Cody.
He could see it.
Let's do the advent calendar while we're here, boys, because I got to wrap up soon here. Uh-oh. We got a number 7 quarterback.
Oh,
this actually might be Shane Matthews. I think that is Shane Matthews. That's an old helmet, but I think. Do you think we should send it to Shane as a peace offering?
No. No, I don't think so.
Oh, brother, that's the favorite part of my day anymore.
Nope. No marijuana.
Do a marijuana review next.
Not because I don't think it should be legal and I don't believe in it, but only because I just got to have an investigation. I don't need to go hop back in another one because somebody clips it and sends it to my supervisor. Me smoking dope on the
work-wise.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no. Yeah, I got to have a DOT physical. Yeah, it's no go.
Oh
so.
yeah, no.
One day when we full send this thing, we'll do a pot review, okay?
Yeah, golly, you're impressive. Not a fan. I don't like feeling lousy. I don't like feeling. I've I've had some fun experiences, but some rough ones with it too. $10. Do you think the defense declines could be due to NIL? Stoops a few years ago was asking for more money to compete, and it doesn't seem like Kentucky got it. Do you think the defense decline could be? Yeah, look, again, I think there's a lot of issue. I really think the decline comes to Stoops.
They've missed on quarterbacks.
Yeah, if you go back and
bad,
they kind of lost their identity on the offensive side of the ball and where they were trying to do offensively. $20, and again, just the investment. He's chill, not a crybaby like Shelton. JK, go Gators. He is pretty chill. He has moments. He doesn't like the car rides. We're trying to figure that out. He put him in the car and the guy just loses it. But I think we figured it out. I think he likes to see stuff. I'm a wise guy myself. German beers are the best. $2 from Firm Handshake.
Hold on. We got a
that
question.
Can be the trophy for your golf match.
It's up $1. 62.51, baby. 62.51. Silver is up. I told you to buy it at 31.
7? Oh, that's right. Matthews was 9.
Yeah,
that's right.
7. You just
that's right. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Yeah, Shane was 9. My bad. I don't know what I was thinking. All right. Well, hopefully Shane's in there so we can still use him. I'm an idiot.
Yeah,
Cody ain't a hobbit. He's a lesbian.
51. Still pulling.
Cody talking about joints of a 20-year-old. Weed reviews would be better. Is there that many flavors of weed that we can do, like beers?
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a bunch. Not that I've looked into it or partaken.
We could do. I'll do bourbon. I mean, I don't know if that would go against our guy Ricky for calling me old fashioned, but what do we bring him on?
Bro, I'm worried about any Kentucky beer after the last one. You remember the last one? Cold ass beer out of Kentucky? It got a 1 bottle cap.
Maybe you think we have Ricky on? You guys have a taste off? We do Ricky be pissed if we started doing bourbon reviews, because we joke all the time. Like his show is obviously about drinking, and he's like, bro, you guys were, when we had our whole drinking stream, we were being paid to take shots and get plastered. He's like, what a life. If we start doing bourbon reviews in the morning, he's gonna blow a lid. He's gonna blow a gasket. He's like, bro, this is unbelievable. High Top Sports bourbon review, dude. I kind of want to do it.
I had a Jack and Coke last night just because I was craving one.
Cody, would you ever just crave a Jack and Coke? I go, no, Cody. Hey, can we do this before we go? Yes, bourbon for sure. I would do bourbon. I love bourbon.
You got a nice little collection. You got it.
Nowhere near Ricky's, but I've got it's healthy. But if we started doing it, I would be all in. I get my own bourbon song.
What's my favorite beer? Ooh. My favorite beer is, I got 3. I got Quaffon 6 Foot Blonde, which we've reviewed. That mango cart, dude. That mango cart be banging. I love that mango cart. I started buying 12 packs of those. I found at Total Wine you can buy 12 packs. I suck those things down like they're water, like mango water.
Cody, do a
Snow Bunny review. Hey, listen,
hey, real quick, I want to talk about this because I know it's a sports show. And I was texting Ricky about this last night. He goes, well, I don't know. Why don't you talk about it on your show? It has nothing to do with what we talk about. It's about basketball. Okay, it's about the NBA. But I need help on this because I don't watch the NBA anymore. But I obviously keep up with things from time to time. I'm a big Heat fan. Obviously, we suck. And there's rumors that we might get some big guys. And I was like, if we do, I'll be back in on it. But we just haven't been good for a while. Since we lost Jimmy, I've been depressed. Anywho, Oklahoma City is 25-1. And I saw this. What got me intrigued, I saw this little short where it was like their points, how bad they're beating people. Like the guy was like, and I don't remember exactly what the point differential was, but just listen to this number and you're going to nut up. And I want to say it was with the 2 big key guys off the court. So the 2017 Golden State Warriors is considered one of the best teams of all time. And that point differential was like 0.05, I think, when Curry was off the court, showing you how good the team is, right? When their best players off the court, here's what they're still doing, right? When Shea is off the court for OKC, they're better. They're beating teams by 16.5.
Wow.
Yeah, that was why, bro. When I saw that
lot.
number, I go, "What the hell, bro?" I was like, "Hold." So then I was like, "Yo, I gotta go take a look, like what's happening here." And they're just blowing people out, bro. They're 25-1. I think they're gonna break the record of most wins in a season. I don't see how they lose, to be honest with you.
Do we have a Gator on OKC?
I don't know. No.
Golden State, Toronto,
Golden State.
Utah Jazz. Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I don't know. It just impressed me. That's all. I just, my question, I guess, for the chat is just like, how are they so good? Like, what's like? Did they figure something out? Like, and Shea's averaging like 32.5 a game this season. Like, he's just straight hooping. Is he just that much better than everybody else? Is this our new GOAT? And it's because he's an OKC that it just doesn't get the same limelight as like when obviously LeBron and we've had Giannis kind of take over for a little bit. People wanted John Morant to take it over. Obviously Anthony Edwards is really good, but he doesn't want it. Like I don't know. It's again I don't know what I'm talking about. I haven't seen it in a while, but I just, that was very intriguing to me. Of like, I kind of want to watch OKC now and see if they're able to get it done. Like I was the first time I was intrigued. Bro, there's a whole midseason tournament going on right now. I was like, I forgot about it. Show, what's the rift between you and Shane? There's no rift. It's like it's literally just us, and he doesn't even know it exists. There's just been like a few things. Yeah, there's been a few people have commented. There's been 2 comments that somebody wrote on his show, and I've seen the clip. One of them was like, Shelton said this, which was a misspoken comment, and then he goes, they're probably just using it for clickbait. Not a big deal. I didn't take it personal. And the second one, because after I saw that, I said I'd play him in golf. Somebody was like, Shelton said he'll play you in golf. And he's like, we play real golf around here. And so then I just joked about playing golf with him. That's literally it. I don't even think he even knows that we're even here. But we're gonna keep.
It's kind of like me with Uncle Lou. Yeah. Sometimes your ego gets crushed, and he's like, "Who?"
Yeah. That's all. Yeah, God, Lou put you in a blender. The fifth mutant $2 says put me on for the bourbon reviews. I love it.
My favorite beer ever on draft is Wisconsin. You can only get in Wisconsin Spotted Cow. That's my absolute favorite on draft with a big old plate of fried perch. That's my absolute favorite. We went to dinner when we were moving my grandma, me, my dad, and Tiffany, my stepmom. We all went to dinner, and me and my dad had 24 between the two of us draft Spotted Cows at supper. So it's a banger. I love it on draft. It's okay in a can, but it's really good on draft.
They're saying, I love the chat. Jovic is a new go. I forgot Jovic is good too. There's no weakness on Oklahoma's bench. Yeah, but I'm saying like that's my point. Is like I feel like they moneyballed basketball. Obviously, they went and got a guy in Shea, but it's like the rest of the names. And maybe I'm misspeaking here when I say this, but I just don't feel like they're splashy guys. Like they're not like your big 3 essentially. It's like everyone on the team is just good. Like, and they've got. I'm not saying they don't have like no names, but and maybe they're just not advertisable dudes. I don't know. Because I remember like OKC when they were good, when they had Russell, James, and Kevin, right? Like that was a squad. Is this similar to that where they're just like up and coming dudes that it's just like how out of the game that I've been? But I'm like, how did they pull this off? Like they just drafted really, really well when everyone else was so focused on trying to get 3 good players. They were like, hey, get one superstar and then just put a bunch of dogs around them and it'll work. That's what it seems like. Like they've moneyball basketball is kind of how it felt. And I was watching the highlights because I'm like, I gotta see what they're doing here. Basketball has lost its juice, brother. Ain't nobody playing defense.
Old Bulls template, huh? Get your superstar and
yeah,
Jordan
maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the '96 Bulls. Chet was a number 1 draft pick. Yeah, I mean, again, I know that Chet's there. I know that Shea is there. Shea wasn't. I think he was a first overall draft pick. I guess they've just been able to retain even Williamson or whatever. He was a first round draft pick, not number 1, but I guess they've just done well. They just hit on all their first round draft picks. They were bad for so long. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Again, I'm asking because I don't know. So don't yell at me, okay? I'm just asking. Trigger and hogfish. I love triggerfish. It's the best.
Yeah, I like Hogfish.
Yeah, they have a bunch of more first-round picks. Okay. They've has 3 first-round draft picks this draft. Golly. So they've just done well with their picks. All right. Cool.
Hey, and not everybody does that.
Yeah,
not everybody does that.
No. People blunder that thing plenty. Yeah, no question. All right, Bourbon reviews then or might be in the mix. I don't know if I can do it in the morning, but I can't wait to tell Ricky. I don't know if he's watching right now, but I can't wait. Yeah, they hit. Okay, that's what I figured. All right, thank you, chat. I'm glad I was able to ask. Thank you guys for allowing me. Yeah, their GM is no question their GM's the shit. Yeah, no doubt about it. He's gonna have to write a book. Look, I'm tuning in. I might bring it up from time to time. I'm excited to see if they can go on a run. I'm being dead serious. Obviously, I guess the rumor mill is that that Miami's trying to get Morant, Ja, and Giannis. I mean, you want to talk about cinema? I'll be dialed in if that happens. I mean, it's hearsay, but I got to rip. Great show, always a blast. 700 people in here, you guys. Smash the like button, subscribe. You guys showing your support and love on a weekly, daily, morning, whatever you want to do. It has been incredible. Y'all got to try bidding Bourbon first. Yeah, we'll try it all actually at this point. You guys have been incredible. The support has been absolutely phenomenal. I can't thank you guys enough. You're making a dream a reality, which is really, really cool. And the fact that you guys continue to tune in and listen to our dumbasses talk, it's truly impressive. We've grown like a weed, and I can't thank you guys enough. We're almost at 30,000. I didn't think it was possible at one point, and now it's become possible again. We're like 24.5 or 29.5, like just under 500. Like when we get to that 500 mark and there's 500, yeah, we're at 29.4. Let me refresh it. 473.
Are we gonna do a big time duck race giveaway for the members?
Yeah, we gotta do something.
For 30,000?
Yeah, we gotta do something.
That's a pivotal.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool cornerstone. Yeah, then 50,000 will be the
I'm
next
always
big
I'm
one.
always looking out for.
Yeah, you're always looking to give shit away for sure.
Hey. Knows the brew. Professor steps in with the foam in the air, got a brew in his hand and a confident flair. Hop so crisp, yeah, they make you care about the science in the bubbles, man, it's rare, so rare. Spinning facts like a DJ on the decks. Flavor profiles coming straight from the text. Sip, analyze what's next. Break it all down with respect, no flex.
High top sports beer review. Pour it up for the crew.
Sip it slow, what it do? Professor's got the brew. High top sports beer review. Take a taste, break it through. Bittersweet, light or true. Professor knows the brew.